Hey, loves. Chewing on a piece of shrimp, but welcome back to my channel again. I'm trying to get my thoughts organized. That sounds crazy, right? Anyways, so I was like, you know how people always do like my February favorites, my January favorites, or whatever. I don't even know if it's still trending or not. I was like, let me try to do something like that, but a little different. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to give y'all my honest opinion and thoughts on my most used products, okay? I'm trying to think, and I think these are my most used products. So I'm going to just get into the video. Now, before I jump in, this highlight, girl, it is so pretty. And I love, because sometimes when I use highlighters, I feel like it gives me like a dark shadow when you look at it from the front, but I don't feel like that with this. And it's really pretty. And this is actually the Goddess Gold eyeshadow from IMT Cosmetics. Okay? I don't know who that is and I don't know how I got it, but yeah. So yeah. Okay, so one. I know I think I've been using Milk Makeup Foundation for maybe almost a year. I had got it in the box from Influencer, and I've been using it ever since. Now, Golden Deep is more of my color, but it's a little tad bit too yellow, so I always mix it with a little bit of toffee, which more is red. And my honest opinion about it, at first, I thought I was just using it because it was basically like almost the only foundation I had. But to be honest with you, it's pretty good. That's what I have on. Oh, that's not what I have on. I lied. I don't have that on today. Today, I'm actually wearing the MAC Pro Longwear, an NC45 and NC50 mix. So that's what I'm wearing today. I just so freaking lied. But I love this too. It's not the most used at the moment because obviously it's like nothing in there. I used up the whole thing, but that's my good stuff. But yeah, back to the Milk Makeup. So the Milk Makeup, this foundation, my honest opinion, I absolutely love it. It has like a sweet smell to it, which I wasn't too fond of when I first started wearing it, but I got used to it and it's cool now. It doesn't bother me. Them two together, I feel like it's called Milk Makeup Blur Liquid Matte Foundation. Now, I feel like it's not 100% full coverage, but it gives you like a good medium coverage. So when you do use it, it covers up enough, and it is buildable. So if you wanted to go back in and do a little second round, it'll definitely work and it'll give you that full coverage. I don't have any problems with it, and when I do wear it matches my body perfect. It's really, really good and it lasts all day. So I love that stuff. I'll probably buy some more, but I do need to try out some other stuff. So I'm going to be trying out some other stuff, okay? Next up is my Sigma Precision brushes. Now, when I be doing my makeup tutorials, I probably don't get into it when I'm using these. I think I just be using it. Like now I'm blending in my blah, 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 and I just do that. But I be using these precision brushes. Now, this one is the P88 flat angle precision brush, and this one is my absolute favorite because it's at an angle. And what I use this for is like when I'm putting on my foundation and I'm too close to my brows, I'll use it because it's like really small, so you can get like in those areas. It's like a foundation brush, but it's like really tiny. So I love this brush. And then this one is the same exact brush, except it doesn't have an angle. So it's the same thing. I use it for the same exact thing. I also use this angled one. I use this angled one more than any one of those for even my face. If I'm trying to blend out like something like a contour or highlight, because I feel like it's just easier to get up in there with a smaller brush. That's just my opinion. So these brushes are super bomb. It's real firm and good quality. So I definitely recommend this. Sigma has some really good brushes. And what I haven't used in a while, but when I do use brushes for my foundation, their 3D HD Kabuki brush is my absolute favorite because it also gets in those areas. I don't want to touch my makeup because the brush is clean. But yeah, you guys already know I have a promo code for you guys with Sigma. I'm just spitting ill. Which is ImCarrieM, always in the description box below. Next, so the e.l.f. e.l.f. has some really good stuff for low, cheap prices, drugstore prices. It's a drugstore brand. But the e.l.f. liquid liner, I've used this all the time in jet black. Every time I run out of my black liner, I go back and purchase the same liner. So I love this liner, and that's exactly what I have on right now. It's amazing. Like, it's good. The brush is super flexible. It's just one issue that I have with it, but it's really, really, really small. Sometimes it can feather out, so I don't know. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'll notice like a feather effect, and I'm like, what the hell? I don't know when or why it does it, but it's not all the time, and when it does, it's like very minimal. But that's the only issue I have with it. Other than that, that stuff is bomb, right? So, Absolute New York Starry-Eyed Shimmer Liquid Liners. I just picked up one. I mean, I have a bunch of colors or whatever. And I know you guys been seeing me use them like every now and again. And from December to now. And these liners are so bomb. So bomb. Y'all seen me use it already. It's so pretty, shimmery, and it's just everything. Now, this stuff, whatever, the liner is absolutely amazing. No problems. The only thing that I have a problem and issue with is the applicator. The applicator is like a really stiff, it's not like a brush. It's just like one solid piece of plastic. That's what it seems like. And sometimes it could be really hard to, it's not that flexible. So it could be really hard to navigate and, you know, get your stuff the way you want it to be. That's the only issue I have with these, right? You put some hot sauce or something?
I got a little.
So I'm coughing because my man is in there making some food, right? And if it smelled like he poured the whole jar of hot sauce in it, but he said he just put a little bit. I'm coughing, so I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Anyways, back to what we was talking about. I still need some face powder. I've been just shopping online. I don't like shopping online for makeup because I need to test it out and see how I like it. So I think that's what I'm going to do this week. I've been using the same face powder over and over. And I think you guys know what it is because I say the same thing every video. I'll be like, I'm mixing my Midnight Luxury Camel Powder with my translucent Coty Airspun powder. I normally mix these two together for my highlighted areas because this alone, which is the translucent from Coty Airspun, it's just too light for me. It's too light. Excuse me. It say translucent, whatever, but it leaves me like a really gray, that gray I'm dead look. So I always dabble a little bit of this in it to give it a little bit of color. And that's what I've been using for my highlight, which has been cool. But I just need to try some other stuff, okay? So the camel powder I use all over my face to blend everything together, which is pretty cool. And sometimes I feel like my foundation, even today, I don't know if it's captured on camera, but even today I feel like it's a little bit on the red side. This one kind of has some yellow tints, but doesn't it look yellow and red? Like, I don't know. Whatever. It kind of just evens everything out. Or whatever. So that's what I use it for. I absolutely love it. It's good. But I think I should get some more colors. You know? Get some more colors. Lordy Jesus. Woo. It smells like hot wings. Okay. Okay. So this is the very last thing I'm going to show y'all. And I saved it for last because I have a lot to say. Well, sort of a lot to say. Okay. So y'all know, when I first started doing some tutorials, I think this is the first, well, probably like the second. I think I used like 2 drugstore brands, whatever. My makeup was not that popular when I first started doing tutorials, okay? But once I really started getting into it, I started using this. And this is the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. Y'all already know they got a new one, which is Take Me Back to Brazil, which means I'm old, okay? The reason why I got it in the first place is because it had like every color. And I was lacking in makeup, and I barely had anything. So, I still use this palette. Y'all still see me bust this thing out and dibble and dabble. This palette is, we got a love-hate relationship, okay? It put me through some stuff, okay? Sometimes it works good, and sometimes it don't work so good. And what I mean is, this particular palette, I've never had anything else from BH Cosmetics, but this palette It's pigmented, as you can see, but it is chalky. Like, it's very chalky. So it's kind of hard sometimes, depending on, I guess, too, what base or eyeshadow base you're using to get it to stay and stick, because it's so chalky. You know how chalk is when you blow it, it flies everywhere? It's kind of almost the same thing. Like, when you put it on and you try to blend it out, you're blending it away because it's so chalky and airy that it just wipes right off of your eyelid. So I have, because I bought it, I was like, I ain't wasting my money. I learned how to work with it. So my technique is basically to kind of dab the colors on, pack and dab the colors on, and also when I blend, I do a dab blend effect, kind of like this. Like, I don't blend it out like this because sometimes it'll just be gone. You feel me? Then you got to come and add some more. So I kind of do like a dab blend effect with this stuff. And that's how, but this is not my favorite palette, but I use it in a lot of looks because, like I said, this is what I have. I mean, I'm going to use what I have. I don't buy a lot of makeup. So, yeah. Everybody who has complained about the Take Me to Brazil palette, I can see why. But again, I've learned how to make it work for me, so that's probably why I'm not complaining. When I first got it, I was like, is this how? Because I was just kind of getting into makeup and shadows, so I was like, this is how all good eyeshadow palettes are. So I taught myself to learn how to work with it, but it's not my favorite, and I probably still will use it some more until I am just super fed up and just done with the struggle. But yeah, that's it with the Take Me to Brazil palette. So, I'm going to mention this only because I mentioned the Take Me to Brazil, but I don't use it every day. I did use it a lot during Halloween. And this was the free palette where it has another layer under it. And I got this from Very Dice for free. Because remember, I told y'all, I got that how to get free makeup video up too. I'll link it somewhere. So we could just let you know how to get free makeup, basically. Because I got this from Very Dice for free, didn't pay a dime. And it has a lot of colors. And to tell you the truth, it's a little bit better and easier to use than the Take Me to Brazil palette. Ask me why I don't use it that often. I don't know. I think I just use what's in my vicinity, and I just be too lazy to stretch and grab that thing because the case is kind of big, so it doesn't stay close to me like everything else. But I should be using it because the colors and it's a lot more colors, and it's just easier to use. So yeah, that's it. Woo! You coughing too?
No, I'm not, but I'm starting to feel some burn in my eyes now.
Oh, okay. And lastly, I do use this often when I'm going out. I don't use it in my tutorials a lot because I love it and I don't want to waste it, because most of the time when I'm doing tutorials and eyeshadows, I don't go outside eyeshadows. I go outside something simple like this, okay? Something cute and you know. So anyways, the Black Opal Invisible Oil Black and Gel Primer, this stuff is the bomb. So before, because I have some really oily pores right here, and I did not use it today, so you're looking at me like, why you look greasy? I didn't use it. I used something illuminate, and I just be trying different stuff, okay? Anyways, I use the Becca. I have really oily pores here, so nothing was working for me before. Nothing at all. So I ended up using Becca, and Becca was the bomb.com. But it's really expensive. Becca is too expensive. So I never bought Becca again. And I've been trying out all different kind of matte primers and stuff, especially for this area. Nothing really worked like that. Throughout the day, I'm still trying to get that oil off, right? So this stuff was sent to me from Black Opal. And this stuff is bomb, okay? I try to keep it just in my greasy areas, which is here and sometimes here, but mainly here because I don't want it to go because it's so little, right? But it works wonders. When I say it works just as good as the Becca, in my opinion. If somebody else has used it and used Becca and it didn't work for you, let me know, because it works for me the same way. And it doesn't leave. Sometimes Becca could, I guess depending on how you use it, it could leave like that patch look, that white patch look. Or that look that's just hard to get out. Like, oh my gosh, no matter how much blending you do, the patch is still there. This doesn't do that. So I think I'm going to do a video soon about how I actually apply it and, you know, all the steps I do to get it to be as matte as possible and to keep that grease out, I'll do a video for you guys soon. But this stuff is bomb if you have some oily skin. So, yeah, I just want to put that out there. And that is it for this video, guys. I have nothing else to talk about. I beat my face so I could come talk to y'all. I think I did 3 videos. They all gonna come up back to back like my last set did. But I don't know what to talk about. So I like talk about relationships and girl stuff. So continue to DM me and send in some situations you guys got, questions or whatever you got relationship wise, or what I think you should do with this or that. Let's be a little girl channel. Let's get our chit chat on. I'll let you know what I think. I'll be honest, no judgment. Email, DM me, Snapchat message, whatever you want to call it or do, is perfectly fine. And that is all. Thank you so much for watching my video. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications. That's the bell after you subscribe. So that way you can be notified when I post. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions or you just want to talk with your girl. And don't forget to check out our shirts, teespring.com/golddripwear. Always in the description box below. Love you guys so much. Bye. Mwah.